Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today I want to bring you one last trim level of the Hyundai Santa Fe before the 2023 model year wraps up, and that is the XRT, or the more outdoorsy, rugged version of the Santa Fe, as Hyundai likes to put it. And in this video, we're going to see how it compares to the base SEL trim level, what the differences are, and whether or not this is the best bang for the buck in the lineup, depending on what your needs and wants are. So if you guys are subscribed to the channel or have seen some of my other content, then you'll know I've done walkarounds on pretty much every other trim level for the 2023 model year of the Hyundai Santa Fe. Now the XRT is similar to that of the N-line vehicles and other models that Hyundai offers, in that it is a little bit more limited in terms of the production versus that of, say, the standard SEL, the SEL Premium, or even the limited and calligraphy trim levels, as it does offer some mostly exterior and cosmetic differences over that of the base SEL, which it is based upon. However, there is one feature difference that I think is worth noting, and that lies on the interior. So outside of all the cosmetic and exterior differences that you get with the XRT, you are getting the H-Tex leatherette on the inside. So that is a big departure versus that of the standard cloth. So if you're not looking for a leatherette or synthetic leather material, then the XRT and higher is not going to be the trim for you. You'll likely want to stick with the base SE or the SEL to get the standard cloth seating surfaces. But outside of that, the XRT and the SEL is pretty much identical. So now with that in mind, you guys might be wondering what the exact pricing differences are between the XRT and the SEL. And the XRT is going to be $1,800 more at $37,285, including destination. Now, the one aspect I do want to mention of that is that the XRT comes standard with the roof cross rails, which are an additional accessory on any other version of the Santa Fe. And that accessory costs $315. So if you want to kind of exclude that from the price difference, because the XRT comes standard with them, and say you're getting a base SEL with the additional cross rails as a $315 charge, then the difference drops down to $1,485 between the two trim levels. Again, just wanted to put that out there in case anybody wanted to factor that into the equation, as they will need the roof rails on the, say, the base SEL, as those do come standard here on the XRT. But outside of the H-Tex synthetic leather on the interior, the differences are going to lie on the exterior, with the front and rear fascias being different. The grille design is slightly different. You do get gloss black accents on the front bumper, as well as gloss black mirror caps instead of the standard body color on Santa Fe's. And then of course you get the roof cross rails up top, as well as the side steps to help you get in and out of the Santa Fe. Although, to be honest, I have to admit they really aren't needed on most Santa Fe's, depending on your ability. But again, if you do need assistance getting in and out of the vehicle, then the XRT might be the one to go with, as they do come standard. So the Santa Fe in front of us is finished in the Stormy Sea exterior with the jet black H-Tex leatherette interior. And I have to say, Stormy Sea on this particular trim level does look very nice, with all of the gloss black accents, some of the dark gray trim on the front and rear bumpers, the side steps, and all of the silver trim on the door handles and around the windows. I think it really does look very nice, and overall is one of my favorite colors in the current Santa Fe lineup. Now, starting at the front of this particular Santa Fe, you do get the lesser lighting setup, which is still very nice in my opinion. You get the LED reflector headlights, both low and high beam, the LED daytime running lights, which are illuminated right there, and the incandescent turn signal in this upper quadrant right here. Now, like I mentioned, you do get unique gloss black trim on this particular one that runs across the width of the front bumper, just below the satin black grille. Normal chrome Hyundai emblem, no front cameras or 360 cameras on this particular trim. And you do get the unique skid plate accented front bumper. It is not a skid plate, it's just normal plastic trim with a plastic undershield, but it does kind of simulate one in my opinion, and is unique to the XRT, both front and rear. Now, coming to the side of the vehicle, you do get the standard satin or matte black plastic that runs across the fenders and across the door jamb itself. Now, you'll see here on the side, once we get to the side step, that is a slightly different texture and shape than that of the normal Santa Fe, which again, it goes with the rugged vibe of this particular trim. Now, coming to the wheels, these are going to be unique to the XRT. They are a satin black finish, 18-inch in size, and wrapped in Kumho Crugen all-season tires. These are not really all-terrain or any sort of upgrade over that of the standard all-season tire. That is a little bit disappointing in my opinion. I think Hyundai could have put just a little bit more aggressive tire on the XRT to kind of give it that off-road stance, but it is a 235/60 18-inch in size if anybody is curious. Now, coming to the mirrors, these are going to be standard gloss black plastic. They are not body color like most other trims of the Santa Fe, but you do get the LED turn signal integration. There are going to be puddle lights on the bottom, and they are going to be heated with blind spot detection. Here on the side, you do get Hyundai Digital Key 1 on the front door handles, as well as the standard proximity entry, finished in the satin chrome trim around the windows and the door handles themselves. And like I mentioned, you do get the gloss black roof rails up top with the crossbars as standard equipment. This is not an additional charge like most other Santa Fe models. And here on the side, as far as the side steps go, you can see they are somewhat hidden from the when the doors are closed. So when the doors open, there's more exposure for the step part itself, but when the doors are closed, they are fairly streamlined against the body themselves. So this is going to be standard on the XRT, as well as the slightly different black plastic cladding along the lower door section themselves. Now coming to the back of the XRT, you do get the same lighting package of that of the base SEL, which is incandescent lighting for the brake lights, the reverse lights in this section up here, as well as your incandescent turn signals lower on the rear bumper. And this is another unique aspect of the XRT, is this lower fascia in the dark metallic, same as the front with the textured plastic insert just above it. You do have your backup camera, of course, with the chrome Hyundai emblem. H-Track badge just comes in both all-wheel drive as well as front-wheel drive, and your single exhaust tip here on the passenger side, finished in the chrome or satin finish like the other accents here on the exterior. But as a whole, it does look very nice. Gives it just a little bit more rugged stance, in my opinion, over that of the standard Santa Fe. And really, if you're looking for the exterior flair, a little bit more over that of the standard SEL, then I think the XRT is definitely the one to get. So here on the window sticker, the XRT pretty much comes the exact same as the SEL, like I mentioned, with the addition of the H-Tex synthetic leather interior. This one has the cargo package as well as the rear bumper applique for a total MSRP, including destination, of $37,775. So take a look on the inside. The only difference, like I keep mentioning in this video, sorry if I repeat myself, is the H-Tex synthetic leather. So everything else in the inside is going to be the same as the base SEL with the black interior. So starting out here on the door pane, you do have soft touch uppers, this kind of unique accent that runs across the top of the door pane here into the dashboard on the sides and wraps around on the passenger side. Power windows, mirrors, and locks with chrome accented switches here. Good amount of storage in the lower door panel, but as a whole, I really do like the Santa Fe's door panel layout and some of the materials that they do use. Santa Fe here on the driver's door sill plate. I believe this is also on the passenger side. Power driver seat with two-way power lumbar. And there is going to be the H-Tex black interior. This is the only color available. You cannot get the lighter beige or gray option with the XRT, as it is limited to the black color. Now immediately here on the inside, you will find the more basic gauge cluster design for the Santa Fe, and that is the 2 analog gauges with a small 4.2-inch color display in the center. You do control that here on the right side of the steering wheel. It has a lot of information, but is not the full digital customizable display that is available or standard in the SEL Premium and higher. Backing away, you do have your leather-wrapped steering wheel that does have accent stitching and some silver button chrome trim around it. Here's your paddle shifters for the 8-speed automatic transmission. On the left side of the steering wheel, you do have your Bluetooth audio multimedia controls, and on the right side, you do have your Hyundai safety systems. This does have Highway Drive Assist 1, Adaptive Cruise Control, Lane Follow Assist, and most of the updated Hyundai technology as of this point. Automatic headlights with Auto High Beam Assist. Here's your regular wiper stalk. To the left of the steering wheel, you have your gauge illumination, lane keeping assist on off. Here's your power trunk as well as your traction control off, and there is an electronic parking brake button just below all of that. Moving over here to the infotainment system, this is the SEL and higher 10.25-inch with built-in navigation. Now, as many people out there know by now, that if you have built-in navigation in your Hyundai vehicle, you do not have wireless Android Auto or wireless Apple CarPlay, so this is still only wired as of me filming this video. Hopefully, eventually, Hyundai will come out with a wireless version with this upgraded infotainment, but it does have Sirius XM, AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth inputs. You have Hyundai Blue Link, so you can use your digital app on your phone to use remote access, locate the vehicle, and a bunch of other vehicle settings as well. And overall, I really do like this infotainment system if you are getting a Santa Fe or just another Hyundai model in general. With the Santa Fe, you do have a lot of physical controls here in the center console, which is one of the aspects I really do like about this current generation. So you have your volume, tune knob, all of your hard shortcut buttons, dual zone automatic climate control, push button gear selection for the transmission, as well as your drive modes with all-wheel drive center differential lock, so you can send power 50-50 front and rear if you do option all-wheel drive on your Santa Fe. Engine stop start off, auto hold, hill descent control, as well as you can pull up your backup camera at any time by pushing that button if you would like. Heated front seats, no heated steering wheel, unfortunately. Here's a cover for your secondary cup holder, as well as your wireless charging indicator light and USB-A port for Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, or using any other data connections for your infotainment system. Your wireless charging pad and Hyundai digital keypad is vertical right here, so simply slide your phone in and you're good to go. There's your proximity key fob with built-in remote start. Center console, pretty standard storage, nothing inside as far as ports, and it does have a soft touch lid here. And below the center console, you do have additional storage, as well as a 12-volt outlet and additional USB-A charge port, which is very nice for most Hyundai SUVs. Up top, you do have the lighter gray or medium gray headliner. Does have vanity illumination. No auto dimming rearview mirror, just a standard dimming mirror. Blue Link SOS and your overhead incandescent lighting for the inside, and that is pretty much it, as a sunroof is not available with the XRT at the moment. So that's going to wrap up the front seat of the XRT. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back. Out back, most of the materials will fall through from the front. Now you don't get soft touch upper door panel, but you do get a soft touch padded armrest. Good amount of storage in the lower door panel. And there's a better look at the side step, since I forgot to show that in the front. You can see it does open up quite a bit. You have about a foot's width, just a little bit less here if you're going to use this on a day-to-day basis. Like I said, it is really not needed for most people on the Santa Fe. All Santa Fe's come standard with the reclining second row seats, which is very handy. Step and height is very easy. And there's a look at the front dashboard. Now for second row passengers, you do get some nice amenities, including second row AC vents and 2 USB-A charge ports. One map pocket on the back of the passenger front seat. Center armrest with 2 cup holders is found on this particular trim, and like I said, the seats do recline quite a bit by pulling that lever and kind of just forcing the seat back. As a whole, that is pretty much it as far as amenities go. Space is plentiful for the Santa Fe, as this is the second largest SUV currently they offer in the lineup outside of the 3-row Palisade. There's your power trunk. It does have programmable height by holding that button down at any height you would wish. As far as storage behind these second row seats, it is plentiful, like I mentioned. You do have a 12-volt outlet here on the passenger side, a little storage cubby. Outside of that, that is pretty much it. This does have a couple additional accessories, including the cargo package, like I mentioned. Underneath the floor, you do have your roadside spare jack. And you can store the cargo cover under here as well if you do option it as an additional accessory. It will slide in right here across the width. And all Santa Fe's do come with additional storage just in front of that. As you can see right there, 3 very large separated bins depending on what you want to store in there. But as a whole, very useful for a family application. And of course, the seats do fold down 60-40 split via the little levers on the sides of the seats themselves. Now wrapping up here on the passenger front seat. Unfortunately, there is not going to be a power passenger seat on this particular trim. So just a 4-way manual seat, no height adjustment. You do have a little storage cubby just above the glove box here for putting something narrow, maybe like a smartphone or something. And there's a better look at the storage underneath the center console. Damped glove box. Doesn't appear to have illumination or lighting inside. But as a whole, like I said, this is pretty much the exact same outside of the seating surface material as the base SEL. So let's go ahead and take a look under the hood, see what powers this particular Santa Fe, and then go ahead and wrap up this video. Under the hood of the Santa Fe XRT, you're going to find the base engine in all Santa Fe's, and that is the 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder gasoline direct injected. This puts out 191 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque either through the front wheels or all 4 wheels if you do option all-wheel drive. Now this engine is paired to an 8-speed torque-converted automatic transmission, so no dual clutches, no 6-speed like in the hybrid version of the Santa Fe. So this is pretty much the standard issue powertrain that is available in this particular trim. And if you do go up to the SEL Premium, that is the highest trim you get with the naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, as the Limited and Calligraphy do come with the 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder paired to an 8-speed dual clutch transmission. And the XRT, unfortunately, is not available in the hybrid powertrain either. So this is the sole powertrain available in this particular vehicle. So that's going to do it for this video on the 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe XRT. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as usual. If you did, please hit that like button below. It greatly helps out the channel in these videos. Subscribe if you guys are not already subscribed, and make sure to stay tuned for future Hyundai content coming shortly. I'm very excited for what Hyundai has to offer for the 2024 model year lineup. We know a few hints as to what's coming, but Hyundai has not officially released all the information as far as all the changes for the regular models, some of the refreshes coming, as well as the all-new models, which I fully expect the Santa Fe to get an all-new model for the 2024 model year. It might be a little bit of a later release, maybe the first quarter of 2024 calendar year, but nonetheless, a new Santa Fe is right around the corner, which I am very excited for. However, I think this current generation still offers a great value if you're in the market for a two-row family SUV. So with that being said, I really do like the base SEL as well as the XRT for the price point and the features and options that you are getting. I would say if you are not a fan of the leather materials, then I would probably stick with the base SEL, as the cloth seats are extremely nice in that vehicle, and I really do think the Santa Fe has some of the nicest cloth seats available in the Hyundai lineup currently. But you can't go wrong with the H-Tex. I really do think if you like leather, unfortunately these are not going to be ventilated in this particular trim, but it is a very nice option. It's a very soft material, and as a whole I've been very happy with that material across most Hyundai models in general. So either way, you can't go wrong. So once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found something helpful. Make sure to check out some other videos I have here on the channel, whether that be the Santa Fe lineup, the Hyundai lineup, or other makes and models. I do have a lot of videos here on the channel, so make sure to check those out if you guys are interested. And with all that being said, I hope to see you guys in the next one.